Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Blitzball champ Jason Ingram is back here with a brand new video here on YouTube. So, check this out. Tokyo Game Show just released some more footage, another trailer, and some more gameplay for the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake that hits March 3rd of 2020. I just want to first start off by saying, wow. Like, more and more as I see this game in action, and just more and more that they release new stuff, new content, showing more of this game off, I'm even more amazed each and every time. So let's go ahead and dive into the footage and just kind of dissect some of this. So, first, I want to start out with the new trailer, the TGS trailer that they showed, and one of the things that I liked with this trailer to start off with is I really like some of the new things that they're throwing in to this game that weren't in the previous game. You know, just how it showed the bike chase scene involving Biggs and Jesse and Cloud and pretty much Tifa and a couple of other characters, and how they had a scene where they showed a character from Soldier, very interesting looking character, kind of like Zack, but I really thought that was cool. It was really adds a new look, especially being that this is a remake. It was pretty obvious that we could expect some new things or things that weren't in the original. So I really thought that was neat. One of the main things that stood out to me was the menu. The menu with, like, they showed with Cloud and Barrett. The menu looks phenomenal. I mean, just wow. I thought the menu for Final Fantasy 13 was pretty cool. How it goes through each of the characters when you select the characters, but this menu looks excellent. The only thing that they really didn't show was any sort of magic or materia system within the menu, which I assume that it's just not even either done yet, or they kept it out, or maybe it's one of those things where you won't really get to see it until you get to that point in the game where they have the tutorial and such, and then actually walk you through it. So, really looking forward to the finished menu once the game comes out, and really just what it will look like in full detail once everything is completed. But yeah, that menu looks really, really cool. Also in the trailer, we got to see some of the Turks in action. We got to see Reno and Rude, and we also got a clip of Sang as well. But it was really cool to see Cloud and Reno fight it out. I'm really just excited about the Turks, how they look very awesome. Rude in action did a giant swing to Cloud, so of course that reminded me of Wolf Hawkfield and Virtua Fighter. So I thought that was really cool. He did a giant swing and threw Cloud into Aerith. I thought that was really, really cool. But more and more, seeing these characters and these fights, you really, really have to be on your A game and really strategize each fight, because it really looks like each fight, is not something to take lightly. And I think that's awesome. You really, really have to strategize and really, bring your A game in each of those fights. And it's cool too. It's really cool because it gives it a challenge, It just makes me wonder how well grinding will work, just going through random battles and such like that. It really has me thinking, just with the strength of the enemies and really how they balance things out, because it really looks like these boss fights are definitely not gimme boss fights. You have to really, really work hard, and even for some of the stronger enemies as well, you have to really, really, really work hard. So I really like that element into the game. Another real cool feature that I was really, really happy that they put in is they give you the option to play classic turn-based mode when you do your fights. So if you don't want to do the ongoing active time battle, you can do the classic JRPG turn-based way, which I think is really, really cool to complement, RPG fans play styles that like the classic turn-based system. So I'm really, really happy that they did something to cater to them as well as to everybody else. So, just having the option to do the classic mode, normal, easy, like that is really, really cool how it really will cater to everybody like that. So, but yeah, so really, really like more and more of what they're putting into this game. Um, the summons. So we got to see summons in action. Mainly, specifically, we showed they showed Ifrit. They showed a glimpse of Shiva, and it looks like they showed Odin as well. It looks like you have to fight Odin, which kind of gives me the idea that I guess you have to fight the summon monsters before you can gain the summon monster. Which, I mean, I have no problem with. I think that's pretty cool that you would have to be able to do that. You had to do that in Final Fantasy 13 anyways. But it was really, really neat, the gameplay that they showed with Ifrit. So pretty much each character can equip one summon. And the way it works is you build up the summon gauge, and then you can summon the summon monster. And apparently it's treated like a fourth guest character. So it's mainly AI controlled, but you can still issue commands to the summon monster. But, it will fight alongside the rest of your party, which I think is really, really cool. And they showed Ifrit off against the Apps, or APS. Pretty much the big behemoth looking monster that you fight after Don Corneo's mansion after you're sent to the sewers. So they really showed a lot of that fight, and Ifrit just looks really, really cool. And, doing its fire attacks, its fire magic. And then Ifrit will stay on the battlefield until its gauge empties out. Which it also kind of makes me wonder if he'll take damage. Will that decrease the gauge if he takes damage? Like I didn't really understand how that would work, or if it was just he's out there until the gauge runs out and then he's gone, or if each attack depletes the gauge a little bit. I couldn't really tell, but so he's on the battlefield assisting your party until the gauge runs out, and then when the gauge runs out, he'll do his super attack, its ultimate attack, which, for all the Ifrit fans out there that know, Ifrit final attack is Hellfire. So it'll use that attack, and then it'll leave the battlefield. So you get one last final attack at the end of the summon gauge. But really, really cool, and it has me very excited for the other summons once you get further into the game and you gain those summons as allies. This was also really, really good footage that showcased more gameplay from Tifa and Aerith. And I thought it was really interesting with what they did with Aerith. So she actually does some long range attacks with her staff, which I thought was really interesting because, in the original game she was, she was a close range character. She didn't really have any long range attacks. So I thought this was really interesting that they gave Aerith the ability to do long range attacks like that. So I thought that was really cool. She also had I think it was called Tempest, or an ability where she creates like a flower field or something like that. And anybody that's in that field, I believe it said that will whatever magic you cast while in that field will cast repeatedly or something like that. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody saw that more in detail. But I thought that was really neat, that they showcased some more gameplay with Aerith. And yeah, she's a long range character, so thought that was really cool. Um, for Tifa, they showed some really cool Tifa gameplay. Just doing, you know, a lot of attacks, a lot of her punches and kicks, different combos and stuff like that. She had like one ability, it looked like she charged up her fists and could do more damage, or I think more attacks or something like that. I thought that was really, really cool. And realistically, it just gets me really excited. Just, you know, getting a chance to really dive in and see what you can do with each character, since you can switch to each character in the battlefield. You know, you don't have to just play with one character. You can play with any of those characters. So that really gets me excited, you know, as they show more and more of the characters in action. I mean, I can't wait till you get like to Red 13 and Sid Highwind and Yuffie and Vincent Valentine and Cat Sith. You know, like really, really looking forward to how those other characters will play. But I really, really enjoyed a lot of the footage that they showed. Um, and not only that, just with some of the levels that they showed, like they showed the plate support. You know, going up the tower, the stairs to the top of the plate support. Let's see, what else did they show? Oh, they showed the holographic image of President Shinra, which is different from the original because it actually showed him walking through, and that second reactor mission. You got a chance to see him as he called in the air duster boss. They also showed the boss. I forgot the name of it, but the boss that you fight in the Shinra building elevator. They showed footage of that, and that just looked really phenomenal. Um, Don Corneo. They showed Don Corneo, and apparently the English version of this game, Don Corneo is voiced by Mark Hamill. Like, that is amazing. I don't think I could have picked one more fitting than Mark Hamill. You know, the voice of Joker. Like, really, really good decision on that. So I thought that was really, really cool. You know, the footage that they showed in the wall market with Aerith changing into her dress. The mini games that they showed with the squats and the pull ups. You know, they had darts that you could play in Tifa's bar, Seventh Heaven. Like, it's just amazing. Just more and more. Even like the little things and the big things that they're putting into this game. Like, the hype is real, and it's just getting better and better. So definitely kudos to Square Enix, to Tokyo Game Show for the loads of footage and content that they showed for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I am so looking forward to this game. Really, really happy to see the progress that they've made with this game. So, that's pretty much. Oh, they also showed what it looks like when you get turned into a toad. So they showed footage of that, where Cloud turned into a toad. He's a little small toad, and even his Buster Sword was small as well. Oh, speaking of weapons, it actually showed Cloud in the apps fight with the hard edge. He had the hard edge, which, if I remember correctly, in the original game, you could actually steal a hard edge from. Oh my goodness, I cannot remember. Oh, I believe you could steal a hard edge from one of the soldiers, any of the soldiers in the Shinra building that had the swords and could cast like ice magic or something like that. If I remember correctly, you could steal a hard edge from one of those enemies. But yeah, Cloud was equipped with the hard edge, so that's really cool. That reminds me that yeah, you'll be able to equip other weapons as well. So I thought that was really cool that they, you know, showed some of the other weapons in action. And but yeah, like, and I thought that was interesting. They showed footage, a parachute scene with um Biggs and Wedge, or if it was Wedge and Jesse, or Biggs and Jesse. Like, I don't remember which two it was, but yeah, it was a parachute scene into Midgar. So just the new footage and just putting like some new things into this game that wasn't in the original. Just I really love what Square Enix has done up to this point with the Final Fantasy VII remake, and it just gets me more and more excited and hyped for what they're really gonna do with this game. So, like I said, kudos to Square Enix, to Tokyo Game Show for just showcasing so much footage. And I'm really just looking forward to this game come March 3rd of 2020. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So, thank y'all so much. Please, by all means, share your thoughts, share your opinions. What did y'all think of the footage shown at Tokyo Game Show for Final Fantasy VII Remake? Like, what are y'all's thoughts? Like, what are some of the things that you like? What are some of the things that you didn't like? What are some things that you really want to see? Like, what'd you think of the menu system? What'd you think of the gameplay they showed? What'd you think about the new characters that they showed gameplay for, like Aerith and Tifa? What'd you think about the summons? What do you think about the bosses? Like, please share by all means. I would love to hear other people what they have to say about this game, because this is exciting. This is really exciting. But I don't know if they'll show any footage at the Taipei game show or anything like that. I don't know. I don't think there's another convention between now and release day, so I don't know if we'll get more footage. Hopefully, there'll be more information little by little on this game as time progresses. But hopefully, within a handful of months, March will be here. March can't get here any quicker. And we can all get our hands on this fantabulous, exciting, and extremely anticipated game. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. I will see y'all next time. Peace and God bless.